I always have something queued up to share. Mic is on. Yeah, I was just calling your world leaders hookers. Hookers for money. I think, what did I say? Something about save the earth, step one. Hold on. Let me post this. Hey, good morning, Lori. Good morning. Yeah, I probably spelled it wrong, to be honest with you, Brother John. I spell things wrong all the time, to be honest with you. It's probably you'll never know what you're gonna get. Grammar with me is like a box of chocolates. Grammar and spelling. My kids are the most evolved in the guild of Daddy Can't Spell. Daddy can't spell, Daddy bad on grammar. Good morning, everybody. All right, let me get this going. I'm gonna talk about the many worlds we choose. And that's probably a good point. I probably spelled it wrong. The many worlds I choose. I tend to not choose the king's world. I don't like the king's world. I'm a big anti-king person. I'm a big anti-king's English person. I try. I communicate effectively. I think I do. Sometimes it just takes too much time to spell things, John. And sometimes getting the grammar just ain't right. English was not my subject, boy. English was not my subject. No, English and handwriting. Boy, the teacher would have sent me back if she could. All right. Let me save this, which is funny too, because they put me in remedial classes. They tried to put me on a short bus. Good morning, everybody. They tried to put me on the short bus. Like, you bastards, when my mother found out, y'all trying to put my son on the short bus? She stopped that. No background. Let's let it get started. I'm gonna step over here. I can see y'all talking right there, but I can't see the details. How's everybody doing this Friday? I'm gonna talk about worlds today. The many worlds we choose. My goodness, the many worlds we choose. And it's not just the grammar world I don't choose. And it's not just the spelling world I don't choose. I guess I don't choose the world where my eyes see. Change the background music. I don't have a background today. I don't have a background. Actually, I do. I'm not showing it yet because I want to go down a certain path. Show you where my head is at. Good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing today? It is Friday on Slave Planet. I'm going to talk about a few things. I do want to talk about wikileaks. Talk about Antarctica. Some of y'all are up on it. I don't know who sent me the Linda Moulton Howe. I was keeping an eye on Linda. I keep an eye on Earth Files. There's certain people who talk about things that are out of this world that I hang on to. And the reason why I hang on to those people is because those talk in a language I can understand. We're from the same world. I came from an analytical world. I came from an engineer, been a software engineer a very long time, was in IT management, working for the most evil bastards that run the world, the John D. Rockefeller corporations, the Rothschilds, monstrous model of a world that keeps us all enslaved. So I like Linda, and the reason why I like Linda and I like Earth Files is because she does background checks. She spends time finding out who the whistleblowers are. We are in a whistleblower apocalypse. You can't shut them up. You can't shut them up. So I always keep an eye on Antarctica because something funky there. I don't know what it is. My flat earther friends will tell you it's an ice wall and a hole and I don't know, some giants or something. But I don't know that to be true. I don't deny them though. I don't deny them. Like I said, I'm open to all theories. The only theories I'm not open to are theories from your government. That's the only theory I'm not, because being a government means you're a lord and a king and your power comes from lying. We come from it. Long line of storytellers. Human beings been telling stories long time. We love telling stories. And I don't know if that came from the fact that we used to be in caves, sitting around a campfire, everything trying to eat us, so we couldn't go out at nighttime. So we all sat in at nighttime where we couldn't grow food, we couldn't go hunting, do what we need to do. After a while, you get, sex get old after a while. That caveman sex gets rough after a while. No bathing, no washing for like years and decades at a time. You don't already do that too much. Man, that might just have been a procreation thing. It might only be recreational in recent history. Since Queen Elizabeth said that she takes a bath once a month, whether or not she needs it. She said, what Queen Elizabeth? She said, I take a bath once a month. Whether or not I need it, to try to encourage the human beings all over the planet, the ones in her kingdom, to take more baths. So, but anyway, storytellers. I think the best storytellers always bubble to the top. It's like think about it, your groups of friends. Who are the most entertaining people? You know, those tend to be the popular people in the group, right? They tend to be the ones with the fascinating stories because we love stories. But you know, I think that nuance, that thing that we evolved and developed, means that the best liars, the best storytellers, the most entertaining will always bubble to the tops. The tops of power. And if you're new, I know you're thinking, he's talking about the president. I'm not talking about presidents. The presidents are low on the prime ministers. They're just there for us. The nations, they really don't exist. That's not a world I live in. I live in a world where money actually makes the world go round. Power makes those decisions, not gestures, not voting, not politicians. That's the world I think that these John D. Rockefeller storytelling, powerful types always give us, because we're easier to control if they control the world that we're in. That's why I don't have a background. But I appreciate Linda. I appreciate Stephen Greer, because they kind of speak in a way my mind works. Mine I like Stephen Greer because he not only vets the people, the whistleblowers he talks to also, but he tends to pull in people who worked in the military. They worked in the Navy. They worked in the CIA. They worked in the FBI. The group he pulled in all want to go before Congress and put their careers and their lives on the line. They all want to risk going to prison to tell you that your government is lying pretty much about everything. Everything. And I don't really blame them for it. But if you can find 1,000 people are willing to go to prison because it's a federal offense to lie to Congress to tell me something, I'm gonna listen up. So why am I going down that path this morning? Every morning I go on here and I kind of put you in the people who have nothing else to do with their life. The people who have nothing else to do with their life. An hour and a half, might be 2 hours. Where it's snowing out there, boss man, master may not come around for a minute. Nah, I had to keep doing an hour this morning. I got things to do. I put you in this world. Never trust your lying eyes. Never trust your lying eyes. We live in a world, not only can AI make stories, it can write the news. We live in a world where even the weather we see, I don't know that we can trust. I do want to talk about Assange and WikiLeaks and the Antarctica pictures he put out there, and something recently Moulton Howe's been talking about. Sparta 1 and Sparta 2 are the names they go by. I appreciate the whistleblowers who come forward and they actually give you names and they come on camera and they want to go testify. But Linda kind of does things a little different, where she brings in whistleblowers and she lets them keep their identity. All whistleblowers are important, and that's a great thing about having human beings at all levels of the lying governments that we have. The ones who stay employed and release things while they stay employed, the ones who haven't released anything, but in the right time they will, the ones who come partially out and they do the blurry screen, and then the ones who fully come out and tell us everything they know, and then and under the safety of the law with Stephen Greer, and then the ones who come out, say what they know, not within the safety of the law, like the Assanges and Snowdens that run to other countries. Not just because the new Antarctica, but when you piece everything together, when you take all the information from all the sources instead of our lying eyes in a world where it's always orchestrated to give us the information that they want to give us, so we will do the things that they want us doing so they can continue to make the money and the power and collect the resources that they want to collect. And it's not just colonization, it's not just the aliens, it's not just ancient archaeology, it's not just getting you to go to work in the morning. It's everything. It's plantation management, right? If you can control what the slaves see, you can control their world, you can control their reality, and everything is about control. So I think this morning, as I have a black background, I'm going to take you into a world. I think today, I kind of like the idea of Antarctica. I want to go there. Hit me the other day because Pakistan is releasing the pilot that flew over their land and bombed. But Assange still isn't being released. What in the hell did Assange do? What in the hell did he say? Well, like I said, my theory is I don't think he said everything, and I don't think he did everything. I don't think he released everything, because the only thing that's probably keeping him alive, the only thing that doesn't send a drone over there and blown up the entire place right now, is the fact that he hasn't released everything that he had. The Antarctica pictures are key. I think the Antarctica pictures were a warning. WikiLeaks was about 20-some pictures on a roll, and there was nothing in them. Had some penguins, some ice. Had some clipper ship. What was it, clipper ship? Yeah, it was like an old-fashioned ship. There's nothing. Why would WikiLeaks release a roll of film from Antarctica with nothing in it? Well, when you put everything together, when you Antarctica for a very long time, and they made maps of it, the Lords knew what was in Antarctica. There was something significant there, and they mapped it a long time ago. The Germans going back there, us going back there today. What are they discovering, and what are they keeping quiet? We absolutely think about what Assange was warning, because I think that's what the Antarctica pictures were. I think they were a warning. I have this roll of film, and I know what's on this film, but I'm not releasing the actual pictures. So what Linda did, Linda had two whistleblowers on there from the United States military, the Marine Special Forces, they say they are. They went to Antarctica and they confirmed that there is ancient archaeology in Antarctica. They confirmed that there was and I'll post the link so you can watch the whole thing. Confirmed that they actually went into a black structure that had, I believe, 8 sides. I think it was a large structure, 62 acres. I'll post the link. You can listen. This is the stuff my friends send me, y'all. This is why I love it. It's delicious. But I live in the world I live in. The John D. Rockefeller types are always, right? Because it's always about power. The world I live in, there's endless planets and solar systems, and there's endless life everywhere. But we're trapped in this little plantation world that the most powerful keep us in. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, and they give us this idea of nation. They give us this idea of currency. And you got to do this. You got to run in this wheel or you won't get the cheese. And so we run in the hamster wheel to get the cheese. We wake up every Monday morning, run in the hamster wheel to get the cheese. Why is everybody happy on Friday? Because you might not got to run in the next 24 hours. Some of y'all going to be running tomorrow. I got to run tomorrow. I run every day, 7 days a week. I run, but I try to move my hamster wheel more than I move their hamster wheel. I try to, as much as I can. I've been trying to orchestrate my life, getting away from these big corporations, their products, their services, working for them, taking my intellectual capital and putting it into the corporations that are all, at the end of the day, owned by these 12 massive families. I love it. I love it. That's the world I live in, though. I live in a world where money makes the world go round. I think I just posted this. See if I tweet somebody gets upset. The world politicians are all liars. Every last single one, every single leader is a liar. Liar! And I know people already start pulling back. When you say stuff like that, people start to pull back. Like, what are you saying? Saying mine is lying to me? No, I'm saying they are all lying to all of us. Not only because they used to be lawyers, and that's the guild of the lawyer, to be an actor and a liar to a judge and a jury, and you become phenomenal at it. Because everybody on this damn planet lies. We all lie for money. We all lie for power. We all lie to control resources. Like Brother Tony said, sometimes we lie to our kids. So they act up to be good from November to December 24th. You know, sometimes we lie to our kids. White lies, bad lies, lie on the resume, lie to get the job, lie, pretend that you know how to do something that you don't know how to do, lie, say the TPS reports are done. So the idea that the politicians ain't lying is ridiculous. They all lie. And they all lie for the same reason we lie. We lie for resources. We lie for power. We lie to live. We lie to not die. If you don't have money, you go to prison. It's in my country. Not in Venezuela, but in my country. Venezuela, which, you know, varies, and we might get to the news today. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But in Venezuela, they're just like people, Americans, like, hello. Americans. Have y'all ever been to a tropical country and you're like, hello, Americans, don't send us apples and bananas and fruits. Hello, you know where these things grow, right? I don't know if you know. And Maduro wrote a letter to the Americans. Did y'all see that? I had to post a link. Trying to explain to y'all, listen, we just love each other. We got things to work out. Y'all need to understand that your government's trying to send your daughters and your sons down here on your money and your resources that we actually don't need for nothing. Watching a lady explain from Venezuela, like Americans. I love it. I don't know why. I love my Americans. You gotta love the Americans. There are some entertaining bunches. If you've ever been to a tropical country, listen, the mangoes, the avocados, the everything that we're sending down there, they got a whole lot of in all of their backyard. They got more than what they know what to do with. They got coconuts and all kinds of things that they could eat. We just sending all of our nasty GMO vegetables and fruits, poison, pesticides and herbicides and crap that they just would never put in their mouth. And of course, the CIA in the trucks at the border. What world do you live in? What world do you live in? I don't live in a silly world. I don't. So anyway, I said that, I forget what I posted. But step one in saving Earthlings. Because we don't need to save the Earth. The Earth doesn't give a damn. The Earth gonna shake us like a dog shaking off fleas. And when it's done with us, it's gonna shake us off like a dog. Just got some avocado, coconut oil spray and kill some fleas. Step one is somehow convincing the adults that their leaders are always for power and resources because they're a little higher up in the plantation. That's step one. If we can't come to some sort of consensus that these mofos aren't telling us the truth, they'll never tell us the truth. I mean, look behind me, and I'm not saying Antarctica has Atlantis. I have no idea about nothing. I try to use my intellect to solve these problems. I try to use my intellect to determine the world I live in. I try to use patterns to determine that. I try to use evolutionary nuances in history in my species to determine the world that I live in. I definitely don't let my eyes choose it. Definitely don't let my eyes. Because everything it's hard though. It is hard. I give you that though. It's hard. Because even when I'm looking, I'm trying to confirm some of the things that I'm hearing out of Earth Files and Stephen, what else is going on, Assange and Snowden. I'll look online if I don't see that CNN. I don't see that Fox.com, MSNBC, like a news you can trust. Because they embed it in your brain. They embed it in your brain that you cannot trust it. If it has pop-ups and it has articles and ads, and if it's not from John D. Rockefeller's news agencies and the Rothschilds, those who only want us to see the top of the icebergs. Let me show you this. Let me take you to another land in the world that I like to take you to. Like, you know how like the icebergs, you can only see the top? It's very profitable if they only show you the top. Make a whole lot of money. And so the whole point of that picture is that you only see the tip of the iceberg. You know how that saying goes? You only ever see the tip of the iceberg. And the real money will always be in the tips that they don't show you. Because the reason why they lie is money. There is definitely something in Antarctica. We're not allowed to go there for a reason. You have these international treaties where all of the nations who all don't get along in the news Every last one. They just arguing, fussing, and fighting all over the news. Damn it, they were just at the UN, and America has an idea on how to help Venezuela. Russia has an idea, and Russia and China get on that side with 100 other nations, and America gets on this side with all the John D. Rockefeller. No, actually, I think 12 families own all of it at the top. They get on the sides and they fight. We think that's the real world. We think that America's really taking on China. There's really some trade deals that are happening, and Russia doesn't like America, and America doesn't like Russia, and Russia meddles in the election. Every time we start to go to space or Antarctica, everybody gets along. Because that was one of the things that Linda's new whistleblower was saying, is that when it came to the structure in Antarctica, like the salt structure that he toured, that 62 acres, that they've been ripping technology out that has on all the walls some sort of hieroglyph, something, that Russia's there too. Everybody's there but us. And everybody can go there, because you can't just go to Antarctica. You have to get agreement from, how many nations now are in the Antarctica agreement? Before you can go there, you have to get permission from all the nations that are all fighting in the news, but they agree in Antarctica. They agree to keep you out. Same with space. Going to space. No, they agree that you can't go to space. They'll go to space with the people that they're trying to, they got nukes and we got nukes. Other, but they completely agree you can't go to space unless you get the sign off, like Bezos and what's that guy, Elon Musk. Until you get that sign off, you can't go to space. And commoner get that sign off, you can't go to Antarctica. Then we go to the news and everybody's fighting. I don't live in that world. I don't live in a world where nations exist. I don't live in a world where political politicians, they don't lie. They all do. They lie to keep the secrets. Mary's talking about the pole has shifted to Siberia. The poles always shift, and they're always shifting. Antarctica was a tropical environment. Antarctica, Mary, the way my mind works in terms of science and religion and the Perry Reese map and WikiLeaks releases on the Antarctica pictures, perhaps the reason why he can negotiate, he still has something he hasn't released that he can negotiate, is Antarctica is an icebox, right? It is a library. We have that seed storing place that we keep. It is a literal library of human history prior to the, 13,000 years that modern archaeology tends to focus on, right? You only get so much time before nature and weather starts to really destroy things. But Antarctica is a time capsule. So whatever came prior to that 13,000 years, whenever it froze, which it said what was like 30 million years ago, something like that, it's all still there. Whoever was here, whatever was here, you believe it's aliens or you believe it's just ancient humans with greater abilities than what we have today. So I'm going to show a little bit of what he's talking about. I know I kind of dramatized it, put it out there. I'm going to show you a little bit of the, she did 2 interviews with Spartan 1 and Spartan 2 from the United States Navy. And she's done Antarctica before. She's done Antarctica a few times, but this was the most profound. And so this is how my mind works in the world I try to put together. I put together a world based on what lots of different human beings say, what history says, what we know, and what we figured out through our evolutionary nuances and the things that we need to do to collect energy, power, control. So the first thing before I start that, I'm gonna say this. So how does my mind work when it comes to man right there in the dark? Get rid of that advertisement if I can. If I can hear that. Here we go. He's gonna say crazy stuff. If you're new, he's gonna say crazy stuff. He's gonna, because you hear stuff, you're like, oh my God, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That makes sense in my world. That makes sense in my reality. If anything went in Antarctica, it'd be on Fox News, CNN, ABC. Ask yourself what you're really saying, because my mind does that too sometimes. What I'm really saying is, it makes sense, the John D. Rockefellers would tell me. If it really makes sense, the Rothschilds would tell. If it really is true and this is what's happening, the media that the 12 families own would actually let me know, because they're not really trying to control me. They're my friends. They love me. It's really me saying from my slave mind that Massa loved me. Massa wouldn't do that to us. Massa wouldn't lie to us. You know why I listen to every whistleblower that comes out? Because even if they don't, they shake a lot of sugar on a topic, like who's one of these guys I love, Corey somebody, I forgot his name. The problem is there's some guys who they get views into stuff. Just remember the storytellers. Remember this. The storytellers always bubble to the tops of everything. And he's good at telling stories. I don't know his name. I don't run through the mud. When I listen to, I think about the hundreds of whistleblowers I've listened to, probably thousands by now, and little tidbits of what they all say that's consistent. I listen to the things that Assange says, that's consistent. What WikiLeaks reports, that's consistent. What Snowden has said, that's consistent. What Manning says, that's consistent. All of these things can form a picture. So I give more credibility to this blurry guy, this blurry shape, now as an adult, more than I did as a child. Now as an adult with my eyes open, I give more credibility to him because he has 2 arms. I think he's got some eyes, an ear. He's not a system. He is a biological creature that will die. And he has the fear of not releasing truthful information. So let's listen to a little bit. I'll post the link so you can watch the whole thing.
United States aircraft carrier. From then on, we were flown by Nighthawk helicopters. When we took half tracks in to our final contact, the very first wall structure we came to and the first door we came through, we were approximately 50 feet under the ice. The very tip or very top of this first structure, it was like an octagon inside another octagon inside another octagon.
8-sided?
Yes, ma'am. And it went deeper. Each one was deeper. The very top of the first structure that we entered, there was almost 18 feet poking from the ice. The rest of it was hidden under the ice. The first 17 to 20 feet that was sticking out were made of black basalt. To look at them in the colored photographs, they look like shiny black marble.
Do you mean that any of us, if we went into McMurdo and we got on a truck that could go on the ice, and that we would see shiny?
You would have, yes, you would have no, you would have to see it. There's no way of not seeing it.
Why aren't other people reporting this?
They're paid off not to speak, or scared, threatened.
And why would people be threatened about reporting archaeology in Antarctica?
Because I think of other things that they have found there, the technology, it's hard telling what all is there. It needs to be found out. It needs to be reported.
This force that's been active since about when?
I would say, I know at least from 2003, but I can about guarantee way before that.
How far back?
I think this structure was found, from what I was told, by an individual in the early 14th and 15th century, but they didn't know what they found. They recently went back. Recently, I say recently, it was in the late 1950s, early 1960s. This coalition that I talk about is Great Britain, United States, France, Germany, Canada, Russia. There has been a space fleet in existence for the last 25 years.
When you say space,
I'm gonna pause for a minute because I'm gonna tell you what my mind goes through when I hear that. So when I hear that, okay, so a lot of people who go to McMurdo would actually see a black basalt structure that, or recently anyway, going back, I think this was, he was 2003 or something, he was there because of the melting ice. And why wouldn't they say anything? I don't know. I'd have to say that I've seen things in life that I really don't say anything about. I know of silos. I know where there are missile silos that I live around that I probably won't say on here. So I get the fear part. I get that you can get a lot of people to keep a secret because the same reason. Did y'all see that meme? The meme where the little girl was like, "Mommy, I don't think Santa Claus is real." And the mom was like, "Do you think that many people around the world could keep a secret?" Yeah, you could. How many secrets? You know, when I was in London, I went over to London. Anybody here from UK? UK! When I went over to London, y'all got this damn thing called the Tower of London. I went over there, I toured. I was on the red bus. Not the short bus, the one that teachers tried to put me on to school, but I was on the red bus. Got off, went in the Tower of London, and the tour, they started telling me how the 300 people, I was in the church, because the bottom, I believe, or at least close to the bottom of the Tower of London is the church, and that tour guide was explaining to me that there's still hundreds of people buried under the floorboards of the church. I'm like, what the fudge? I'm like, I gotta go. What the hell y'all got me in here with dead people all under my feet? But here, right? Because that's what they use the Tower of London for, to torture people. They use it to kill people and murder people. Assange isn't in Russia because Obama wanted to hug him. He's not over there because the Trump administration or whatever runs everything want to be friends with him. These are killers. These people kill so you don't see the bottom of the iceberg. So could a whole bunch of people keep a secret because they know what'll happen to them? Hell yeah. Why do you think all of these whistleblowers that come out here with these pictures of these aliens and UFOs and all this energy technology, they don't say anything till they're die? And only the ones that pretty much don't have any family. You know, the one from, I'm trying to paint something. This is what my mind is going to say. Okay, yeah, I get it. A lot of people could keep a secret. Only melting in recent history, so not everybody would know for hundreds of years. And then he says, well, it was discovered in the early 14th century. That could kind of make some sense, right? Explain why the Perry Reese map exists. If the Perry Reese map exists, then of course somebody was there, which we know. And if human beings were there, and we like to draw maps, then going back however long ago, yeah, maybe we could have wrote a map. Black basalt structure right here. X marks the spot. Makes sense because kings always do that. There's something here. We don't know what it is. We can't get inside of it. Maybe in the future we'll figure out how to get in. And the king made the map and hid the map. And the kings always hid the maps from us. Maps were always worth more than gold because the maps were to the gold. This is why the kings never shared the maps. So is it possible that Hitler found that and why he allocated resources during the war to go down to the most horrible environment on the planet where there's not supposed to be anything but ice, maybe some penguins, rocks, and dirt, and started building a base on Antarctica? He had bases everywhere. There was no reason for him to go down there and build a base. So maybe they uncovered a map as he destroyed Europe and took everything out of all of the libraries and all the archaeology, and he discovered there's something there. Explain why all 120 nations are there, which explains why we can't go there. So it actually makes sense to me that there's something there, and they're just trying to figure out. And all the other whistleblowers that have come out, the other whistleblower from Earth Files, where he explained that he was a C-130 pilot. He was in the Air Force. That they flew around certain areas. They were only allowed to fly to certain places, but they went down there and they had to go pick some. One of the scientists was hurt, was exposed to radiation or something like that, and so it was a rush flight, and he messed up on the way there. He thought, we need to hurry up, this person's gonna die, and so they gunned it, and they broke the law. They flew over areas they weren't supposed to, and they saw things they weren't supposed to see. That whistleblower. So again, I take what thousands of people say, not one government. I think what thousands of people are saying, thousands of human beings, not one politician or one party or one government. And I try to piece together what is the world really like outside of what they want me to see. And I see a picture of lots of lies. So what he just said kind of makes sense to me, that there could be a structure that people wouldn't talk about because kings always murder people. We know that Antarctica was significant to the kings going back in time, which is why there were maps that ended up being in the Perry Reese map. Okay, so that's where I am with that.
Fleet, who is paying for and operating?
All of its coalition countries. The compound was in 3 stages. Each door was the same, anywhere from 18 feet thick to around 30 feet thick. Did not have standard hinges like what we see today on the door. It's not on a frame to the side. They were on pivots, one at the very top and one at the bottom. And even though these doors were that thick and that heavy, you could take one finger and push them and they would open. There was no resistance whatsoever.
What about the ceilings, hallways, floors?
The walls themselves were anywhere from 18 feet thick to 30 feet thick. And that was from both the base to the ceiling.
All right, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna let you can go watch the whole thing. You should be subscribing to Earth Files anyway. If you're trying to have an open mind and actually your world isn't what is on TV too. You know what these call TV? It's called boob tube. But if your world isn't orchestrated by the corrupt governments and the corrupt people who run all of those governments, then you should subscribe to Earth Files. So I'll post the link, you can watch it. I'm not gonna go through the details. He kind of explains it. He explains that this is a structure in Antarctica. He wasn't allowed to see anything that showed him where the lights came from, where the heat came from. So it was a lighted structure, it was a heated structure. He toured it, makes some damn 13 or 18 foot walls that are made of basalt. Yeah, well, it's gonna be sustainable. There's gonna be a whole lot of sustainable heat coming out of the ground anyway. It's supposed to be something like a couple miles deep. I didn't watch the whole thing. Again, a lot of people sent me a lot of stuff, and I tried to take bits and pieces. I'm gonna go back, watch the whole thing. But when whistleblowers start coming out and they start explaining to you that the world is not the way that the media portrays it to be, that's when you're supposed to be a skeptic enough to say, I'm gonna stop and listen in. Because if we continue to act like here's the same reason I argue the whole oligarchy point. If we live in an oligarchy and we continue to vote and act and pick political parties and politicians like it's a democracy, we would have played into this game of monopoly that we can't make any kind of changes in the world. We will keep pushing at concrete walls, expecting them to move. If the world is not the media portrays, and it's the way that all of these hundreds and thousands of whistleblowers are actually saying, we got some problems. Yeah, this kind of explains why you got all these friends on Facebook that have an upside down American flag, right? This is why it explains why you got all these friends on Facebook that have alien pictures, and they got. You know how many friends I got that got pictures of UFOs? I still haven't seen one, but I'm kind of. If the world doesn't work the way that you've been raised to believe, if Santa Claus isn't really real, I'm sorry. If the Easter Bunny isn't really real, if paying taxes to Santa Claus and electing a new Santa Claus, if doing these things actually don't modify the world and they keep free energy from you and they keep you from seeing the greater picture, then you'll never do any good for anybody. You'll never help anything. You'll never change anything. You'll just feed into this Milton, Bradley, Parker Brothers, Rockefeller model for the world. And that's not what we're here for. We are here to make sure the next generation gets something better than what we have. Next place I want to go to, which I love it. I can't believe I'm jumping off of aliens in Antarctica. I love it. I love it. But it might not even be aliens, y'all. It could be humans in the future coming back. We don't know. I don't debate what it is. I debate with people who want to debate what it is. Because the bottom line at the end of all of this whistleblower apocalypse, isn't the, some of them try to make money. I get that. Some of them try to make a little money, honey. That's what they're supposed to do. But some of them don't want a damn thing. They just say what the truth is and they go back into hiding wherever they are in the Colorado mountains in a cabin. And then people proceed to argue. Earth can't be flat, damn it. Earth's flat. Earth can't be flat, damn it. Right? Remember, I get into this whole thing about being pitted. That's why I don't do the race, I don't do the religion thing, because there's always a structure pitting you against somebody so you don't change a damn thing. So these whistleblowers come out and your eyes don't like how he looks, don't like how she looks, because Linda play with cats. Linda's a cat person, y'all. But she starts her videos with cats and she's got the cats and I don't believe it. You want to go and fight and argue about something that you actually have no idea about. The end result of the said end result of why a whistleblower actually wants to say something is because they want the truth to come out. And if we are an intellectual species and we're smart enough to realize that, then we realize our stance isn't, well, let's argue with the flat earther. Let's argue with Linda. Let's argue with these perhaps military personnel. Let's argue with Stephen Greer's group. That's the role of a fool. That's the role of someone who has been fooled. That's the role of someone who falls into the pitting of and not attacking the pitters. Governments can't have secrets. This is what this all comes down to. This is the intent of the whistleblowers. They come forward because they're telling you we live in a time where Lex Luthors exist, where there are enough consolidated resources and money and power. One person, a group of people, 12 people, 12 families, and Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos can actually destroy entire ecosystems and cause major damage and perhaps kill billions of people. So governments can't have secrets. That's the whole point of lying, is to have a secret. So if these guys are coming out and gals and saying your government's lying to you, your next response isn't, well, I think he's lying. Your next response is, then why does my government need these? Why does Antarctica have to remain secret? Why is there a treaty? Why is anything classified in this world? Why can geoengineering exist? Which is where I want to go. You know, there are 175 patents for geoengineering, and I still got friends who debate this stuff, which is insanity to me. I just don't get how your mind works. When people come forward and say, listen, I worked on these devices, we have patents, we have HARP, we're playing with the weather. And there are 175 patents for weather engineering that we know about. And we have a government that actually holds on to patents because they have military application that they won't even release. 5,000 energy patents or 5,000 patents that are closely related to energy that they won't even let you even get a patent for. And not only that, but most of a lot of the inventors have disappeared. And others won't even talk about it. So there are 175 weather modification patents. That should tell you that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of types of technology that can alter the weather. Anybody got an issue with the weather? Is anybody? I got some issues, y'all. As a child, personally, I just tell you, I don't know about what you have in weather history, but I don't ever remember it being 1 degree today and 70 degrees tomorrow. I don't remember that. I don't remember where I ever had to have my mommy's Gerard, before you leave the house, take your flip-flops, take your galoshes. You might want to take your winter coat, take some shorts and a bathing suit. Get your umbrella. You might need a snow shovel, but also want to take some sunblock. I never lived in that world. I live in that world today. I live in that world today where less than 24 hours, the weather's doing crazy stuff. Could it be related to the poles shifting? I don't know. It's possible. But the way my mind works is that whoever touched it last broke it. And if the government has heart, and we got whistleblowers saying they got heart, and they got that damn heart shit. You see how I'm doing my lip? I have fun with this. How they doing that heart? They got that heart ship. And it's going all over the ocean. They said, oh, this is for radar. We gotta see the missiles coming from Russia. I don't believe it. I don't believe, because that's another consistency amongst most of these whistleblowers, is that all the governments are working together, but they're not telling you. It's like, you ever been in a marriage or something, somebody cheat on you? You ever been in a relationship, somebody cheating on you, and they're working, they're conspiring behind your back? And you think the world is the way you think it is. You think the world is, she loved me. She loved me. I love her. She would never look at no other guy. And my belly is like coming out. I got a beer belly. I don't shave, and I'm a little funky, got a little BO, and and then Don Juan comes around, got a six-pack, you know, The Rock or somebody, and I live in my own little world. Oh, my wife would never look at The Rock. Oh, no. The other way, my husband only got eyes for me, because I live in this world where my husband only has eyes for me. I'm going to tell you something true. Your husband does not just have eyes for you. Your husband evolved to look at things like booty cheeks and boobies and other things. Not that he's going to touch them. I'm not saying he's going to touch them. I'm not saying he's going to do anything. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying the world you live in, is it based in logic? Is it based in historical references? Is it based in patterns? Or is it based in what you see? I see he bring me roses and flies on Wednesday. We goes out on Thursday. And Friday night he goes out with the guys from work at the bar. Okay, what I gotta do about all right, I'm gonna stop. That's why I stopped going to the bars. I'm not a bar guy. Because I was a single guy. We go to the bar. I was divorced at the time. Everybody's married. And I'm the only one at the bar not trying to talk to nobody. I thought we was going to the bar to drink. We drinking with, hey, y'all, what we drinking? I go there and get a beer, chase it, we hang out, talk with the guys. We get there, everybody, disco, I had to get fake names. John go that way, Linda go that way, Mike go that way, everybody go and they're all married. Look at other people talking, laughing, just find somebody to do something dirty with. All right, and I'm not saying they did anything. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying I'm the only single guy. I was just like, Lord, and I'm sitting at the bar by myself, thinking I'm gonna hang out with my friends. They out there talking to women and guys, and and I'm like, what? Oh my Lord! I had to go home. This is why they stopped calling me. I don't want to go out with people no more, because what's the point? I'm going out there and play on my phone and talk to my damn self. No. So 10 o'clock come, I'm trying to go home, but all right, yeah, y'all probably go home with him. Y'all probably can get a hotel, and I feel sorry for y'all spouses and your boyfriends and your girlfriends, but I guess that's just how it works. Corporate America sucks so much. We live in this monoculture, and everybody's got an artificial high, whether it's alcohol or cannabis, or cheating on their boyfriend or girlfriend, or doing drugs, just doing something to make this life okay. And it's not okay. It's not okay. Nothing about this is okay. Nothing about living in a nation where the #1 selling drugs are antidepressants. Nothing about that is okay. Nothing is okay when Xanax is so popular, people joke and laugh about the artificial high. They joke about being a junkie. You ever notice that? Joke about it. They got that Dave Chappelle thing going on. Oh, my body don't work. I take this and I take this pill and I got the Xanax and I got the statin drugs and I got that. That's like they would come to work literally and complain about the medications they're on. Like they get credit for it. Like it's a good thing. Oh, I gotta take this and my body don't work. My foot got an itch and I got bumps and the blue bumps. I gotta take this, girl. My body don't work. It's just crap. And it's like, and complain. The other one like, yeah, my eye popping out, my eye got an itchy thing, and I got this itch on my balls, and and I'm just like, what the, like, is this the real world where life sucks so bad you enjoy complaining about the things that your body doesn't do because you can't eat nothing organic? Because organic food is just so expensive. And it's not really organic anyway. And so eating all these toxins and poisons and pesticides, and the chemtrail, they're spraying all this stuff out. This guy, you fighting with people over chemtrails. I'm sorry, all this stuff got all linked together. It does that. I want to go down through the patterns. All right, I'm just saying, what world do you live in? If you live in a society where the vast majority of people are freaking depressed and they hate life so bad that they will hurt miserably the people they love the most, they'll destroy their families because they hate monoculture so much, because they hate their job, They hate what they got to do, but they got to do it to pay the mortgage. Mortgage. Okay, they named it that way for a reason. Morte, death. You will pay this till you die. It's called a mortgage for a reason. There's a reason you pay $500,000 for a house, but you can build a house for $5,000 with an automated robot. There's a reason you do that. There's a reason there's no bill in the House right now, the Senate and Congress and France. People ain't got no food, no place to live. There's a reason why there's no bill in any of the houses that say Automated Printed Houses Act of 2019. There ain't gonna be one in 2020 neither. I don't know why y'all picking these damn 2020s. You drive me crazy with that crap. All right? They're not there for us. They trap you in this life. They trap you and they only show you the top of the iceberg. And they don't ever show you. See, if they actually said that this is true and there is a structure in freaking Antarctica that was made 33 million years ago, you know what they'd have to do? They'd have to explain you how the lights work. They'd have to explain you why the Marine walked in. It was like, damn, there's lights everywhere and it's warm. I can take my coat off. Ain't no power plugs, no. He said there's no electricity. You can't even see where the light comes from. Like he was looking for the boys. I can't even find the bulb. Like I'll post it. There are two parts. He's got the first part and the second part. It's like we couldn't even find the bulb. It's not even about finding the electric cord and the power sockets where the aliens plug it into, or the ancient human beings, or the human beings from the future. Whatever it is. He said they can't even find a light bulb. We don't even know where the light is even sourced. If they actually said that this is true, you wouldn't need a mortgage. Okay? You wouldn't have to be happy on Friday and hate Sunday night because you got to work on Monday because you're a slave, right? You'd actually tell your children, you know what, honey? You don't have to go to school today. Damn it, you want to go in the garden? Go on, girl, go on. You ain't got to go to no damn school. You don't actually have to get a job working for a billionaire corporation who runs the world and keeps reality going for everybody. This matrix of enslaving everybody to mortgages. Because they won't tell you about the 175 U.S. patents for geoengineering. Like, did you ever look at this? This is why they lie. They lie to control us. The list, I'm not even going through the whole list, but just the list. I'll post a link. You can watch it. Method for producing rainfall. Anybody know anybody in the world that needs some rain? Anybody know that? But your politicians are hookers, man. That's why I posted. That's the vision I want you to have. Your politicians are all hooking for power. They're all hooking for money. The only difference is they don't have high heels and fur. Actually, I take that back. Some got high heels now, which is why everything's okay. It's okay. We got some women in government now. See, everything gonna be okay. Now some got high heels. They got high heels, fur coat, and they put on makeup and perfume, and they get the prance out there for Wall Street. Like, I sell out. I turn a trick or two. But I'm a Democrat. I turn on my Democrat voters, the dummies. What you need. They're hookers. They hook power and money to the corporations and the inventors that make this crap in the deep state that own. And keep in mind, these are the weather technologies that they actually release. These are the 175 that they're willing to tell you about. These are the ones that they're just so far in making rain technology that these are the ones that they would let the dummies know who go to work on Monday. They got a daggone rainmaker. Anybody know anyone that didn't think they got the rainmaker? Produced the rain, and I'm releasing that one. They got protection from poison gas and warfare. Anybody know anybody died recently and being gassed? They started a war and a false flag from. Anybody know anybody like that? I see that all the damn time. Process for. I didn't even read this, y'all. I'm gonna let you know. I didn't even read this crap. I'm just going down it right now. Look at this. Atomizing attachment for airplane engine exhaust. What the hell is that? The hell is that? You know, as a kid, I look at like people like, yeah, them chemtrails and chemtrails. I don't know nothing about no chemtrails and no chemtrails. I don't know nothing about none of that. You know what I know? I know that ain't supposed to be there. That's what I know. Growing up as a kid, I didn't see no damn grid. So I didn't even get into the discussion. I let you smart people do that. Chemtrails and chemtrails, and the difference is this one does that and that does that. I'm a simple guy. I look up as a child. I looked up, I saw clouds and I saw blue stuff. Clouds, blue stuff. Clouds, blue stuff. On occasion, you might see an airplane go over right behind it. You see some vapor or something. I never saw no damn sky. That's not supposed to be there. But anyway, I'm just going down looking at the list. Like, does anybody see process for producing smoke clouds from moving aircraft? But let's fight with the chemtrail people. Let's argue with geoengineering people. Let's argue with Dane Wiggum. Let's argue with the CIA whistleblower that said they had all of this crap. The ones that are always trying to save us. The whistleblower apocalypse we're in, where we got so many gaslit human beings. They want to keep acting like we live in a world where they know what's true, and they want to keep acting like it's a democracy. It's really an oligarchy. They want to keep acting like the husband ain't out there on every Friday night. Don't come back to Saturday morning, 5 a.m. in the morning, and everything okay. No, it's not okay. Your husband come home at 5 a.m. Saturday morning, it ain't okay. All right, your politician, who all should have body cameras, by the way. That's a scam. That's me, it's a scam. That's why the politicians wanted you to put the body cameras on the police. I don't blame the police. I know what the police are up to. Damn it, I grew up on the outskirts of Washington, D.C. Brown as hell. Okay, I know what the police are up to. I know precisely, Prince George's County, what the police are doing. I don't need cameras on the police. I lived it. I've had the guns pulled on me. Nobody, this is why I don't like your gun control. I'm take a pause for a minute. I don't do nothing with your gun control. I don't leave poor people to have their guns. You know why? Because every gun that I got pulled on me in my life didn't come from a poor person. Every gun that pulled on me in my life came from someone working for your Democrat and Republicans police state. That's why I say, y'all, go to hell nicely, and I love you. But you can go to hell. Yeah, honestly, you can. I'm not interested in any guns from any poor people. They don't pull guns on people. Your politicians and their policing system does, all right? So look at this. You can just go down the list. They just lie about aerial discharge device, and these are the ones that they're telling you about. Material disseminating apparatus for airplanes. No, that can't have nothing to do with spraying people. Nope. And China didn't do that. They didn't spray, the Japanese didn't spray the Chinese, and America didn't spray that town. History. History. Experimenting on the population. Look at this crazy stuff. Generation of electric fields. My God, what are you gonna do with electric field? I don't turn the lights on, make it so people that don't starve and die to death in Michigan, and because you're screwing around with the weather and you're melting ice caps and you're causing destruction all over the world to get people to believe in climate change. While the climate always does change, was what I say. But if the climate is doing something, weather's doing something, ain't never. If somebody touched the weather and you don't want to blame them, you want to blame, I guess, somebody else. What world do you live in? So no, I'm not gonna go through the list. It's just crazy. You can go down the list. I don't even know what half this stuff is. Self-focusing antenna system, electrically heated smoke producing devices, metallic composition from production of hydroscopic smoke. These are all the things. I think a lot of these were on geoengineering.org. These are the ones that they targeted, but these are all. How many another rainmaking device? How many? All right, I'm done. All right, I'll post a link. Y'all can go through all of it. Figure out what world you want to live in. But I look at freezing nucleation. The hell is that? Sound like that might help somebody. All right, I'm done. I'm look at the comments. I'm gonna get out of here. It boggles my mind, people. It boggles my mind that we believe. It boggles my mind what adults who can read and write. I gotta do something. And no, Daniel, hang on, because Daniel gonna say something. I'm gonna do something. It's not gonna be what Daniel says. That's all I'm gonna say. I need a minute. It's not gonna be what Daniel said. Just keep that in mind. It's not gonna be. Actually, no, I ain't gonna do it because Daniel gonna say it anyway. So anyway, I'm gonna look at comments. I'm gonna look at comments and I'm gonna go. But the world is not the way they say. There's always a deeper iceberg. It's never the way your master says. If you understand that you're a slave, if you understand that you're being lied to, if you understand that they're using you for your human labor, then you completely understand why they're not telling you the truth, why they lie, why WikiLeaks would release pictures of Antarctica and have nothing in it, why some Marine would finally say, what the hell? Yo, do y'all know this stuff in Antarctica? Then that was part of his point, is that a lot of the technology was removed. The way the rooms look, that they're researching the technology and they're not sharing it because we're stupid enough to go along with it. The iceberg is always deeper. If you have history of iceberg, history of kings and lords, and you know that they always hide the good stuff, the important stuff from the most important things they never put out in the kingdom's news, and they nail it to the wall, to the tree. for the commoners to see, then you know the important stuff is the stuff that they will never say. Ever. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. The important stuff, and what does the news always talk about? Donald Trump. Russia's coming to get us. Collusion. Problems in Washington. All the things that actually mean nothing to the people who actually have the technology and the real power in this world. All right, let me do some comments. I'm gonna get out of here. Welcome everybody. Welcome. How y'all doing? Y'all okay? That's kind of a tough one. That's the question. What world do you live in? Do you live in a world where you're gonna listen to a Julian Assange? What world do you live in? You live in a world where it makes sense that Pakistan releases a pilot that bombed their nation, but America and the UK won't release Julian Assange? Think about it. That man did something horrible. He actually told you the truth. That's why he's in the prison that he's been in for 10 years, and they're gonna murder that man as soon as they get their hands on him. They're gonna make him go crazy. They'll put him in a hole, and they will never, well, you know what? Unless he's got that dead man switch, they'll put him in a hole and they'll figure out how to get that switch off so it doesn't release the rest of the pictures, which might collude with what all the whistleblowers have done about Antarctica. All right, how's everybody doing? Too funny. Oh, y'all laughing? It's not funny. It's not funny. We all gonna die, Kimberly. It's not funny. We all gonna die. We stupid. We live in crazy land. Susie's getting kicked off. I don't know what happened. Don't know why. Well, that's what JFK. Y'all talking about JFK. One of our presidents thinks it was Johnson, JFK's vice president. He who controls the weather controls the world. And that's true, Susan, because what is weather? What does weather do? Weather controls human beings and their patterns and what they can and can't do. Weather controls Venezuela, which is why Venezuela doesn't need your aid. They got all the food they need. They got a house they can live in. They live in a tropical climate. With inflation, they need you to stop screwing with their currency by doing sanctions. They don't need nothing from Americans. Americans are the ones that are starving. They're the ones that can't grow no food. They're the ones that don't live in a tropical climate where food literally falls off of trees everywhere you walk. All right, let me see. Cannabis and natural high. Right, Lori, and cannabis, it won't kill you like Tylenol will, but or any of the other drugs. Cannabis doesn't come with a side effect on the bottle, but you know, yeah, it can definitely hurt you. I mean, it's a natural high, but you can abuse it from a psychological perspective, right? If you have to tap into these highs every single day, all day long, that's an indicator that something in your life has to change. That's what that is. Yes, Daniel, Xanax kills. It kills in two ways. One, because it's a chemical that should never be in your body ever. That's what side effects are. That's what the labels on the side. It's just a way of saying you're never supposed to eat this. You're never supposed to put it in your body unless you'll die without it. That's the only time I back. If their synthetic laboratory drugs will keep you alive, hey, you need to ask your doctor. Yeah, but then you get your naturopathic doctor and holistic doctor too, see if he can get you off of it. But don't die. If it has a side effect, it'll kill you. But the other way Xanax kills you is it gets you to stay in your life. One not designed for you, which is why you're depressed to begin with. You're depressed because you need to make a change. Not because you need drugs, because you need to make a change. That you need a husband that doesn't go out every damn Friday night, get drunk, not come home till Sunday. Maybe you need a wife that doesn't do that. Maybe you shouldn't have a job working for Goldman and Sachs. Maybe the spiritual energy from all the people they murder all over this planet comes through the money, through the minerals that they pulling out of people's countries. Maybe it's spiritual. Maybe all the children, 100,000 that they starved to keep the American economy going, to keep Wall Street cruising on so you can have a job and buy a nice car. Maybe there's some spiritual energy they put into the universe before they're murdered and die at the age of 3 because they're starved by the US, UK, Canada, and the Saudi government. Maybe it's passed on. Maybe that depression you feel is because you shouldn't be working for these criminals and bastards. Maybe. I could be wrong. But I don't live in that world. I don't live in the world where it's okay to do those things. That's what I mean. I want a car too. I want a nice car. I'd love to have a nice car. Damn it. One, you ain't gonna control me with it. And number two, it can't come from slave labor. And it can't come, that's why I posted the other day, you know, there's no such thing as conflict minerals. No, I mean non-conflict, because how they picture this world for us like these minerals aren't conflict. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. Every mineral's conflict, people. Every single one. Every damn one. Somebody died above the mineral for the corporation to have rights to the land, and they'll murder somebody in conflict if they go try to put a house on that land. Every mineral is conflict mineral. All of them. Which is why I think we shouldn't have all the crap that we do. We need to be living within our means. We need to be not supporting slavery and colonization. That's why I don't like any of your 2020s. No, I don't like any of them. No, but, no, I don't know. But, yes, they're all butts. Yes, all anuses. No, I don't like none of your 2020s. They're all colonizers. They're all for keeping this system going of showing you this little iceberg at the top, little piece of the iceberg, and not the rest of it at the bottom. People need to make their own decisions, direct democracy. Governments can't have any secrets because they're not biological creatures that need to eat and live and get in and out of the rain and die. So governments and corporations can't have any secrets. And every politician needs a body camera, not the police. Take them off the police, put them on your politicians. That's how you fix your world. And him, is that Brother Kelly? Help! Help! All right, let me see. Gee, what happened in your sleep? I don't know what happens in my sleep. What are you talking about? I go to sleep. I have weird dreams sometimes. You know what's weird? Sure, I got crystals now. My friends put me onto these crystals. In fact, one of my viewers sent me good. I won't put the person on blast. Somebody sent me. I got Lapaloozie and I got this one. See, this is what a viewer sent me that. Viewers, yeah, thank you, send me crystal. Y'all can send me all the crystals you want. Because now I have weird dreams. Now I sleep, the crystal Bible, weird dreams. I don't know how all this works. I have no idea. We know if we can go to Antarctica. We know. See the pyramids that are under the desert. You know, it's pyramids all under the desert, all over. There was the Giza Plateau, and y'all go to Giza, but meanwhile, you got pyramids all under the sand, all over Egypt, but they just take you to the one because they want to hide. Remember, the iceberg is this tall, and the rest of it underneath. They keep all that from us because we want to fight and because of Russia collusion, because we're mad at Trump. We want to, So I don't. Anyway, y'all can send me crystals. Just don't put no hexes on, because witches are real. Which is real. Trust me. Truth is light. It floats to the surface for all to see. It does, Rebecca, and a lot of people don't want to see. They don't want to see. You put truth in front of them, Rebecca, all day long like this. I don't see it. I know half of y'all see my post. Don't act like you don't see it. I know y'all see it. You don't want to like them because this thing in the post. You know what? When you're using social media effective, you're not posting things people want to like. That's how you know it works. If you're posting things and a lot of people like them, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it right. It's not called social. That's called people. You need to have people that disagree with you. That's what you need to do. You need to have people posting like that mother. Those are that's when you're social. We're learning. We're posting things we don't all agree with. If everybody agrees with you in your life, fool. I post stuff, man, people go crazy. If your friend count isn't doing this, you're doing something wrong. You're not socializing. You need to post things that people agree with less. And that's how we learn. And that's how you get to some kind of a truth in the end, is you have a diverse community of people. You post things that aren't popular. Everything popular is a lie. I'm gonna say it one more time. Everything popular is a lie. Because your world is controlled, and by keeping you stupid, they stay in power. Morning, Brother Kevin. Hey, hon, Patricia on YouTube. I see the YouTube family. What y'all talking about? Anybody can call themselves king. I look at a random guy named Juan. Exactly, Kia. He just came out of nowhere. Juan White, I'm king now. But that's not how it happened. I don't think, Kia. He came to America, and they was like, listen, this is what we're going to do, brother. We're going to make you king because they got some minerals and resources. I know they got food and water. They got everything down in this tropical country. Things grow everywhere. They don't need nothing from us, but we've been messing with their currency since the Obama administration. They're one of the few Latin countries that are holding out. We need to murder a bunch of people, steal their resources, and give their oil to gas companies. But what we got to do is make America think that we're getting the gas for them. We got to make America think we're going to share the oil with America. So Americans will start cheering for it. So when Donald Trump says it, they'll clap. Like when Obama said it, they clap. We got to make them stupid. So we think we're going to get the oil for them, but we're going to give it to the oil companies. We're going to give it to Saudi Arabia. We're going to give it to all of them, and we'll give it to the Rockefellers. It's going to end up in Zionism at the top. whoever's at the top, the 12 family, we're going to hand it all across. But make it think it's for them. Why? Because America will turn their back on anybody quicker than anybody else. So yeah, no, I don't think Juan stepped up and said he was king. I think he was put there. I think the CIA, because they got some people to go murder. CIA could be used for good things. They could be. I mean, most people in the CIA, they just want to be heroes, right? They're the same thing as police. Most of them, I don't think most police were locked in lockers as kids. I think most police, they grew up, they wanted to catch the bad guys. They just were lied to about who the bad guys are. If you had a policing system that worked for the people, they'd be all over Washington. All kind of arrests. Arrest, is that a word? Arrest. They'd have the tribunals your Trump friends are talking about. That's true. They're right about that. They ain't lying. You can say they're lying, Trump lying about other things. He ain't lying about having tribunals. Because Obama said it too, and the whole world knows it. The whole world knows it. The American government's corrupt top to the bottom, and anybody that claps anytime anything comes out of their mouths other than we're going to put on body camera, stop having secrets, and give you a direct democracy is a fool. I love you to death. I do, but you're brainwashed. You're brainwashed and indoctrinated like we all are. Can't trust your lying eyes. You can't trust the king. Never coming to save us. That's not their role. Their role is to control us. They also brag about being so busy. They don't have time for anything, time with family, etc. Like it's a badge of honor now. Like it is, hey, hun, isn't? Oh, I got no time. I ain't got no time. I'm busy. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm going there. I'm doing that. You know, because it's a badge of honor to be so busy picking all this cotton for everybody. Yeah. Oh, I got a lot of reports, but some of that's too, hey, hun, that's a lie too. That's sometimes it's a lie for the boss. Oh, I got to do the TPS reports. I got to do the 757. I got to recalculate the spreadsheet. I got to rewrite the program and change the flow in, right? Like they lie, like they're just really, really busy. Then it becomes a part of our culture and society. And they talk to you that way too. They can't go get a drink with you, or can't go have a cup of coffee, can't go plant a garden because they're too busy. You realize that we used to work and all grow most of our own food by at the same damn time? We all used to do that. We all used to do it. But then, again, it's something, it's weird. Hey, hun, it's like complaining is a badge of honor now for adults. It's one of the sickest things. John Rockefeller, man, that brother's smart. He's a genius. He's definitely a psychopath, but the boy is on it. He's sharp as a tack. He ain't nothing like a UN. He might be psychopathic as red rum, but he is on it. Ain't like the damn UN. Did y'all see that thing about the UN? Did y'all? I'm not gonna show you the article. I posted a link. The UN thinks that there might not really sure, but they're thinking maybe there might have just kind of sort of been some war done by Israel, kind of sort of maybe in shooting children, kind of, but they're not sure. They're thinking about it. They're processing it. They're kind of sort of thinking that taking high-powered assault rifles and shooting children in their genitals and their arms and their legs might kind of sort of be a war crime, but they're not sure yet. I'm like, oh my God, the hottest place in hell is going to be saved for the UN. And the only hotter place than that going to save it, all the sellouts and governments above them, and the hottest place above that's going to be all the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and the rest of that family. They probably got a mansion down there, just shoving them all in hell. And if hell doesn't exist, the aliens need to come back and make a hell. That's where I'm coming from. That's where I'm coming from. But hey, if I was John D. Rockefeller and I was born into his life, I'd probably do the same thing. That's why I don't judge people. I don't judge nobody. I'll call them crazy, but I don't judge people. All right. Truth is, the state's the number one enemy. Yes, Patricia always has been. The kings and lords always have been. You're posting the link to Antarctica, right? Yes, absolutely, Patricia. I'll post the link. The last one she did had the full interview. So you can see the full interview and the full second one. I just want people to support Linda. Linda should have millions of views on every single damn video. This is how you educate yourself once you realize. Step one, remember step one, in saving the earth. The kings are always lying to us. So the answer must be we need more queens. No, that's not the answer. You're not using your intellect. You're not using your noggin. Use this. The kings, the lords, everybody above us, anybody who wants to control you is always lying to you. All right? That's what I'm going to say. All right, Agenda 21 has been signed in effect for decades now. Yes, it has, Daniel. And you can start off something good and make it bad. All good methods, eventually all good blind movements become corrupt. Whether it controls economies, yes, it does, Lori. It controls economies and people. It's a great way of controlling. And it can get control of the vast majority. They think that this is normal, that certain polar ice caps are melting, the other ones are freezing up. It's supposed to be hot one day, cold the next, supposed to rain today, snow tomorrow, go to the beach today, go skiing tomorrow. And this is normal to everybody. And it's not like your government that has 175 weather patterns that they told you about, outside the 1,000 they lied to you, messing around with things. If you touch it, you broke it. It's on you. You can't have any more secrets. Smoking anything every day is not healthy at all. No, Rebecca, it's not. Like I said, I've never smoked cannabis in my life. I'm one of the biggest proponents you'll ever find, but no, I've never smoked it because I don't like smoke. I don't like smoke in my lungs, but I drink a cannabis tea or I'll eat some leaves in my salad. Not right now because it's illegal in my country. And I know what the police are up to. They're exactly up to what your politicians put them up to. The Democrats and the Republicans, making sure nobody's life matters. Hell no, I don't eat none of that. You're done after an hour and 15 minutes, rookie. Kelly, listen, I could be on it. That's what you and I, we did 2 hours the other night. Y'all see that? We had a great talk. I could talk long. Hey, Kelly, I got cotton to pick, brother. I live in this world too. I got things I got to do, but I could talk forever. My mic's fixed. Yeah, Deborah, it does that. But you know what you can do? You can go back and watch it on YouTube. YouTube, they play with the mic a lot less than Facebook does. So you can go watch it on YouTube. Healthy whole foods. Yes, Sarah, we need healthy whole foods and people won't be as sick. They won't complain about health care. Hamster wheels are depression inducing. Yes, that's why they give kids the hamster wheels and the adults when they have babies. I can't wait to get you on the hamster wheel. You're so cute. Oh my goodness, you're just Then they played the baby. We have a baby. I can't wait to put you on the Rockefeller's wheel. You're gonna go to Yale. You're gonna go to Stanford. I can't wait to put you on the wheel and just run for the Rockefellers. Run, go, be free. Children of the world, get a good degree. You know, and I'm just like, what the hell is wrong with you people? They can't wait to get out there running. They tired as hell. They got all the drugs that they take and they hate their life and they can't wait to give it to their children. It's like an STD or something. Like it's like a slave mental illness STD. Go to college, get a degree. Don't change your world. Don't work for the world. Yes. John D. Rockefeller and Double Bill will be so proud. All right, I'm sorry. I'm not saying college is a bad thing. I'm not saying higher education is a bad thing. They get, you shouldn't talk bad about college. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I should. If you're using guns to shoot and kill people, murder countries, and destroy Venezuela, I need to talk bad about it. Not that it's a bad thing. Education's a wonderful thing, but it's not an education. It's a trap. They want to get your kids stupid as you are, put them on the damn wheel so they're life, so they hate their life like you. So they have to get married because they can't afford to live alone. So they got a married guy that goes out every Friday, cheats on them and beats them because this whole world is jacked up. So they got to take his annex. People. This government experiment does not work. All right. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna post that link. Blah, 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 blah. My last couple comments, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm staying here. Kelly trying to keep me on here. I gotta go, man. You know I got stuff to do. I ain't independently wealthy like you. Damn it, I gotta go pick cotton too. I gotta go work for the Rockefellers. I got away as best I could though. I left the big corporations, but I still work for the Rockefellers. I just don't think we should. I think we should know what's in Antarctica. I think we should know. We should all just put our foot down and not get 2020s, but we should say, tell us the truth about Antarctica 2020. Damn it, is there something down there? I don't think you should have no secrets. I don't trust what they say. They're gonna lie. Now, Obama did. Y'all remember that lie? They asked him, says, President Obama, they wrote the letter, because, you know, remember he went in? Then what'd he say? He said, we're on whitehouse.org. We're gonna make a truth submission. If you can get 30,000 signatures, we'll tell you the truth about anything. Anything! That's my Obama voice. I'm sorry. And everybody, and they started to do all the alien community, UFOs. Tell us the truth about energy. Tell us about UFOs. Tell us about aliens. Everybody signed the petition. I signed the petition. We got like 80,000 people. Like, no, 200,000 people when it done whatever it was. You know, the deep state was watching that. Obama and the rep like, oh, they're watching the count. 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 100,000. Oh, Lord, jeez. We're going to have to tell them about something. We ain't telling you. We ain't telling. We ain't going to tell. But I said I was going to tell them. I can't tell them. Nah, you. Somebody call John. Ask John. Let's go. Let's take it to the highest level, the American government. They get on the teleconference. Everybody dialing. Russia, we are here. The Germans are here. The Americans are here. And John D walks in the room. John, this is Obama. I was wondering, because I told the Americans, I tell them the truth about aliens and free energy, and they filled out the form. Damn it, there was a whole bunch of them. I think it might have been 200,000, might have been 1 million. I forgot. But did I tell them about the aliens and the free energy, that they don't have to go to work tomorrow morning? John, like, no. Any other questions in the room? No, we need them to work tomorrow. Damn, we almost got Elysium built. We got space, aliens, we got all kind of UFOs, we got a whole world. We're a breakaway civilization. We got the technology from the humans in the future who came back, left the drill, forgot it, somebody dropped it. We almost figured out how to just murder all of them and exist without them. Nope, they got to go to work tomorrow. They need more mortgages, Obama? The answer is no. Okay, John. All right. Thanks. All right. All right. All right. And don't ask me no more stupid questions. Okay. All right. I'm not going to ask any more questions. Oh, Trump's got a question, too. Trump's here, too. So what do you mean Trump is there? Trump, the Obama admit, no, Trump is there, too. This is how it works, y'all. They all agree with controlling you because you believe. And even if they wanted to help you, they couldn't help you. My Facebook is full of posts that are not liked. That's good, sure. Sure, that's how I know that the people are true, saying truthful things. I go to your Facebook and I look at them like, damn, I was at your Facebook the other night. I do jump around on people's Facebook. I just look at it like, no likes, no likes. It's like geoengineering, no likes, aliens, no likes, free energy, no likes. You know, I have some bunnies and kittens, like 32 likes. And I just keep going down like, oh, yeah, her friend's gaslit and just, they dumb as... But they also do that shadow banning thing too, and they got caught. I know it's a Facebook whistleblower now. They got this. And keep in mind, Facebook full of a lot of good people. All corrupt organizations are full of good people. It's called deboosting, where they deboost you. All that stuff where you see, where you got, is that Brother Chris? You go to Brother Chris' feed and you can't find the share button. It's just consistent. She's a whistleblower. She can't force you to do that. Yeah, they do that. They do all of that. They delete, they shadow ban, they take away the share button, they make sure you can't comment, like, share, subscribe, but you ain't gonna find it anywhere much on Facebook. They ain't playing that. They're shooting NATO. And the funny thing is, the people on Facebook, they really don't care. They see that, just like, look, we just here to make some money, y'all. We don't care y'all argue about flat earth or that aliens, but Facebook don't care. They make money off of this. It's that NATO alliance thing. What's the thing called? The Global Alliance? They're the ones. Yeah, D-Booty and Daniel, they take your booty away. They take half a butt cheek because the mortgage thing ain't working. People ain't working till they die. So they're going to take a butt cheek away. All right. Unless you are in the company of the support. Oh, Lord, that's moving too fast. All right, let me go down. I'm far. I got to get out of here, y'all. All right, what else y'all got? I'm going to go. Smoking cannabis every day is amazing. See, Brother Kelly, yeah, I know. What are people who smoke it because it does something good for them? You know, and there's a medical reason and all that great stuff. I'm saying if you're doing something so bad or you're doing something so frequently that you're hiding from life, then that's an indicator that people need to look at their lives. That's what I'm saying. It snowed. I like seeing it, but don't like how I got here. Yeah, Chris, it did snow last night. I didn't even know it was going to snow. I woke up, Chris lived down the street, not too far away. I woke up, I was like, the hell, all this snow? What the hell? We got a couple inches last night. Today is my day of silence. What's that all about, Nora? Tell us about your day of silence. Let's put it down. Wait, y'all talkative today. Y'all happy it's Friday. Everybody get talkative on Friday. Like, yeah, we talking today. We sharing today. I'm good today because I got to work tomorrow. I don't have to work for Rockefeller tomorrow. Yeah, everybody get on happy on Friday. We need to be, you know what, when you don't know what day of the week it is, that's how you know you're starting to become free again. You know what, when you don't know what time it is, that's how you know you're starting to become your authentic you. As long as you know what day it is, you know what time it is, you know what you're supposed to be doing because they gave us these schedules. That's what time is all about. Make sure my tick-tock. Y'all remember that? What was that movie? With Tom Hanks. Tick-tock. He was a FedEx delivery guy, got trapped on that damn island. Nobody sent a free energy UFO, United States Air Force jet to go save him. Castaway's like tick-tock. That's why time is there. When you start forgetting about that stuff, then you might actually be driving your day. Until then, you are being driven. American gods. American gods show about the old gods going to war with the new gods, leader of the new gods, Mr. World, god of globalization. Yeah, well, we got the big G gods, right, Susan? And we got the little G gods. Little G gods, they go by the name of Bernie, Trump, Obama, Christianity, Islam, Muslim, Jewish, Tao, Netanyahu, UN. Got a lot of little G gods. Some of them go by the name of cannabis. Some of them go by the name of Xanax. We got little G gods everywhere, the things that people worship too. Most of them go by monetary system. Got a whole lot of gods out there. And I, like I said, to me, it becomes abuse when it controls your life. When you're willing to argue with your wife over a president, you are truly trapped into somebody else's world. When you lose a best friend over politics, how old are you? Really? You're an adult. Y'all, you look grown to me. You got gray in your face, you fart, and you got a gut. You look like an adult, but you lost a friend over politics? You don't talk to your sister because of something Trump said? Because of something Obama did? Really? Like, that's, to you, that's called being mature? Okay, all right. We're not all from the same cultures, but damn it, some of them trying to keep people trapped into being children. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Ditch the Fitbit and the watch. Yeah, Sarah, Fitbit's crazy. I'll tell you my crazy Fitbit story one day, but no. Fitbit, one day I woke up, because I believe in alien abductions, and I believe in FBI abductions too, and CIA abductions. Police abducting people on the streets all damn day. So I believe in abductions. Some of them they tell you about, some of them they don't. You know, I believe in that. One day my Fitbit told me, Sarah, it told me I was up in the middle of the night walking. I was like, what? Because I was doing the sleep report. It has a sleep report feature where how well you slept, and it's like it tell you when you're up and you're waking and you're kind of drowsy, and when you sleep, groggy when you sleep. And the damn thing said I got up and I was walking around. I had some steps measured. And I was like, I wasn't walking. The hell, I was up doing walking, and my blood pressure went up. I was like, what the hell? I have never worn Fitbit since then. Sarah, that's the last time I wore a Fitbit in my life. I ain't never put that on. That is the demon tool. If the demons come get me, I don't want to know. If the FBI come and get me at night, the CIA, I don't want to know nothing about it. Just come get me, do what you got to do. Stick the probe in my ear, my eye, and my lips, and do that whole thing. With that, y'all see that lady they found on the moon? They found the ancient lady on the moon. You know, they're like, ain't no ladies on the moon. I believe it. I believe it. The Apollo, I believe that. Do I think the American government went to the moon and stopped going? Just, oh, we don't want to go nowhere. It's talcum powder and dust. We're not going there anymore. Like, these motherfuckers, they can't stay out of Venezuela. They're not going to the moon. Just, oh, yeah, we decided we're not going to continue this moon project. They got moon dust and asteroids and minerals and helium-3 and all of that stuff up there, and found the isotopic radiation that they know can't be natural, that is artificial, and they found all this on the moon. They're like, no, we decided we're not going to go to the moon anymore. I'm like, yeah, that's not the way my brain. They went back up there and they found that lady. She got her eyes open like this. I believe it. I think it's real, because you know why? If you go back to the Sanskrit text, they'll explain to you when the aliens came and stole the princess. You didn't know that because you don't read the Sanskrit text. You only read the Bible. That's why you only read the Quran. That's why you only got a little part. You're living in somebody else's world. You didn't read the whole thing. That's why the scripture says, study to show thyself approved. You're supposed to read everything. That's where Star Wars came from. They stole it. What you think he figured that out himself? Nah, he went and the guy wrote the book about it. They actually went to India. They read the Sanskrit text and they made Star Wars from that because they stole the princess. Now they found a princess on the moon. So I believe in abductions. But yeah, I don't believe in Fitbits. No, I do not believe in Fitbits. I ain't never wearing that damn thing. My brother got me that damn thing. Shoot. I don't want to know. I already know the world ain't what I think it is. But I don't need to know every night they come get me and reprogram me and stick probes in my butt, whatever. I don't want to know that. I just give me some cream or something. Give me some mint oil, something that's got a menthol-like action. Oh, y'all should put mint in your lotion, by the way. That's the other thing. That's what I'm going to end up. Put some mint in your lotion. Mentholation is a great thing. Everything you put on your skin, your body's eating. That actually literally is eating when you put things on your skin. Don't put no chemicals on your skin, not just because it's healthy, and it drives up healthcare costs for you putting toxic things in your hair and on your skin. But also, because all those companies are chemical companies and they're all John D. Rockefeller companies. All right, I gotta go. Everybody got a last word? We can get out of here. Earth, plants, animals, nature, natural fields, water, planets, stars, nature, great gave us everything we need. Thoth said, working with nature leads to evolution. It does. Thank you, Susan, for the last word. Y'all should read the Book of Thoth. I think it's the Book of the Dead. Y'all should read that. He explained to you that he left the spaceship under the Sphinx's paws, which is why they don't. They won't tell you what they're doing out there. They won't tell you what's under that damn sand. But the locals will tell you. They're like, oh yeah, it's all kind of tunnels and this, that, and the other. We climb it all under there. Those said it to you, but it's not true. But it's not true, Susan. It's not true. It's not true because it's not on CNN. It ain't on Fox News, MSNBC. John D. and Rockefellers and the 12 families did not put it on TV, so it can't be true. Thoth is not a real thing. Besides the fact that, all right, I'm not gonna go any further. I'm gonna leave it there. Listen, I gotta get going. I thought you said put meth on your lotion. No. It's mentholating, Courtney. What's wrong with Courtney? Don't be no druggy girl. No, mentholization. Talking about making lotion. I put spearmint. I make my own lotion. I put spearmint in the lotion. It's like, whoa. I was like, oh, It has that menthol, because you know how when you drink mint, it's kind of like licorice. It kind of got that mentholating thing. I started putting the lotion. I was like, oh. I was like, I too much TMI. Too much. I said, no, not meth. Don't do meth. Don't do anything made in a laboratory. Meth is made in a laboratory. Tylenol, bear, aspirin, drug, vaccine. If it's made in a laboratory, you want to limit your diet on that. If it's natural, go for it. All right, I gotta get out of here. Y'all have a great weekend. Love y'all to death. This is Gerard. I will post the link. Watch the full interview, and then post it on your page for your friends so they know you're crazy like I am. Y'all have a great weekend.